Here's a variety of toys that I picked up this early spring, about the time of the toy fair, but not actually at the toy fairs. Here, for instance, some British artisans making some very, very nice little mini automatons. The giraffe reaches down to eat the tree. And the skeleton appears to be playing on his friend's ribs, like a xylophone. That's very clever. And so well detailed, too. And the last one is the famous Houdini, Robert Houdin trick, invented about 1890, I think. And it shows a tree which breaks up into blossom when you turn the thing. And then oranges appear. And then the trick, the final bit, was a lady's handkerchief that he'd previously taken suddenly appears in one of the oranges at the end. This is all done in miniature and extraordinary detail. The mechanism is just beautiful. And it's a trick well known amongst the magicians' circles as the famous orange tree trick of Robert Houdin. These are just beer mats, but I like the idea of having dingbats, as they're called, on the back of them. For instance, here we've got blood is thicker than water. They're well-known phrases very often, 6 feet underground. And this one other I'll show, breaking the ice. And this one I've only just got recently, it's he can't spell for toffees. There's 4 words for toffees there, none of them are correctly spelt. And there's other ones in the series, but they're all perfectly good coasters for your drink. At the same time, they're little brain teasers called dingbats. A comb with a slightly odd idea of having a little clip at the end so that it would clip into your breast pocket easily and wouldn't come out. I quite like the idea. Mine has fallen out occasionally, so I find that useful. And a real what's it for? This one here does that and does that. And the answer, of course, is it's a tea bag squeezer. You pick up a tea bag, put it in your cup, stir it for as long as you want the strength of the drink, then you squeeze it like that, and finally lift up to dump it in the bin. So a tea bag squeezer. This I have seen for some time, but I hadn't realised it's actually used for exercising the eyes. The tiny little pinholes in them. They do help you to see and read words if you need glasses, because they act as little tiny, almost like a lensing effect. But it's actually intended to be put on your head for about 2 or 3 minutes every single day and look at things, and it's supposed to be a good therapeutic exercise for the eyes, they say. So I'll try it out, I guess. This is a new noise machine with electronic chips becoming so cheap nowadays. You can have all sorts of strange noises, etc. Lots of those. So those are all British or local ones. Here's a very strange French idea from Paris. It's a wine bottle with a glass inside, and the base is both the wine glass and the bottle are both integral to the same thing. You could fill it with wine, I suppose, and it would look like that. Or if you put too much wine in it, it would spill like that, or completely fill it, you wouldn't see the glass at all. If I'm going to use it, I'm going to have to find some way of filling it, I suppose, with a pipette or something, and then stand over it with a straw and drink the contents of the wine. But as an objet d'art, that is just beautiful. A fine wine glass in a wine bottle. And the last items are all Japanese and a bit strange, but interesting. These are lifestyle toys. These are normal key fobs, and as you squeeze it, little Edam beads pop out but pop back in again too. It's a nice therapeutic thing for your hand if you're stuck in a jam or on the subway commuting from Tokyo to the suburbs. This one recaptures that little moment of pleasure when you pull the ring cap and you get the noise. Ah, yes, the fizzing of a drink, very nice. And the last one is just that moment of pleasure as you... It needs to be turned on, I think. That ripping sound. And then it makes a funny noise. Why? I have no idea. Oh, even stranger. And the last item from Japan is packaging for something I know very well but could not recognise it in this form. It's a series of little shapes which look as though they'd be difficult to put back in again, and they are. But would you believe that these are all actually flick books? So each one of them can be picked up, their pages flicked open like that, and turns into a perfectly well-functioning flick book. And then you've got to find some way of getting them back in again into the correct order, otherwise they won't fit back in the box again. What a strange idea the Japanese come up with. So there we are, that's some of the stuff from this spring, around the toy fair, but not actually at the toy fairs themselves.